Hi, my name's Lucy. I'm a regional contract swim manager for Everyone Active and I have endometriosis. Endometriosis is a long-term health condition that affects 1 in 10 women. It's a condition that is characterised by having tissue similar to the lining of the uterus that grows outside of it. It takes, on average, 8 years to be diagnosed. It took me 13 years to gain a proper diagnosis for it, and it's as common as diabetes. The most common symptoms of endometriosis are chronic pelvic pain, fatigue. Some women struggle with their fertility, symptoms relating to IBS, problems with the bladder, painful and very, very problematic periods, so heavy, painful periods. Endometriosis is commonly misconceived as being a menstrual health condition and something that only affects women during their period. However, the symptoms that I've previously mentioned can be ongoing throughout the month and can affect people within their day-to-day lives. In terms of the management of my condition, I have a variety of painkillers that I can take on a regular basis. I manage my condition through my diet and trying not to eat too many inflammatory foods because inflammation within the body can cause symptoms of endometriosis to worsen. I try to partake where I can in gentle forms of physical activity such as Pilates and yoga. I also like to swim. I've recently also taken up cold water swimming to help the management of my symptoms. Previously, prior to becoming chronically unwell in my early teenage years, was a competitive swimmer. I used to do a lot of training, which was something I really enjoyed doing. As a result of my health and living with long-term health conditions like endometriosis, I've had to give up that element of my life, I guess, in that, I can't train or compete to that level or standard anymore because it's just not something that my body can cope with. I do still swim. It's something that I'm very passionate about. It's something that I work within, but I can't swim to the extent that I used to be able to, so that's had to change. So I think the biggest way that you can support someone suffering with endometriosis is to open up a conversation with them and let them know that you are there to support them and that you're happy to listen to what they're going through. You don't mind discussing their symptoms if they feel comfortable to be able to do that. If you're a friend or a partner, relative, accept that sometimes that if you've got plans with a person with a long-term health condition like endometriosis, that those things might not always go to plan depending on what kind of symptoms they're suffering with on that day. That I wake up most days not knowing how I'm going to feel, and that's really, really hard, but it's made easier by the people that I've got around me being understanding of that. March is Endometriosis Action Month, and the aim of the month is to raise awareness about the condition, to bring more attention to funding, to cut down the diagnosis time, and also just to raise awareness generally. Not many people, if you ask them, do you know what endometriosis is, could say, yeah, I do know what that is confidently, unless you have a friend or family member that suffers with the condition or you suffer with it yourself. The Everyone Active on-demand classes I find really beneficial to me, just because there will be days where I feel like I do want to do some form of exercise or gentle movement, but I'm not feeling well enough to, get my gym leggings and my trainers on. I've got really bad pain. I don't feel comfortable. I don't want to be around people. So I can put something on my phone or on a tablet at home and I can do some yoga or some Pilates or some gentle movement that I feel comfortable doing and will benefit my body, but in the comfort of my own home. If you upgrade to the wellness membership package, you also have access to a GP on demand, which as someone with a long-term health condition is really, really beneficial. To find out more information about the condition itself and how to give support to others, you can Google Endometriosis UK, which is a UK-based charity supporting those with endometriosis, and you can also go to the NHS website.